Right guys, we're back to the channel now. We're been a little bit off just recently. Oh, hello. Alexa's gone a bit funny. Alexa, light off. Yeah. Alexa, Alexa, lamp off.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Right, anyway. Right, just going to come back to this now. I've got on top a bit more of the hair algae, so I've reduced the time that the light's been on, and I've reduced the intensity of the light. That seems to have worked pretty well, and shock horror, clean the tank a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do today. Going to siphon some of this out. I'm going to scrape the algae off. Going to get rid of some of the plants. Going to clean out the internal pump here, and I'm going to be cleaning out this one as well. Hold on. Sorry, is this sending me a message? What's that? Okay. Hello, price offer on something. Nothing important. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's all good. So it's all doing really well. It does need to trim out, so I'll be doing that as well. Some of this I'll be doing, actually speed up the camera maybe, get some of the hair agate that I do have still. It is under more control, as I said before. It's just, you know, it's not as good, but it's better than it was. At least now I'm not pulling it out and be able to make up massive balls of it. I've just been, took out some the other week as well. So I've just got some in there. Just going to get a little more, as I can see some more just coming up. I'll let you look at that in a second. Yeah. So let's get this on. Show you that. I'm not sure if you can see that hair algae just there. That's where it mainly grows, just here. And there's the angelfish. They seem to eat some of it. Not too sure why. It seems like it's the first time I've ever seen angelfish eat hair algae before. They do seem to like to hunt in this tank. So yeah, there's some, as you can mostly see here, some algae on the glass because it's near a window. I deal with that as well. And normally at the back here, that plant at the back there, that one seems to get algae as well, hair algae build up in there too. So I'll have a look through there, make sure there's nothing in there, and clean that. And clean the Awazi filter, the pre-filter. Hopefully just that. Might need something else as well done. Oh, it looks like my CO2's run out possibly. Let's have a little look. So I've got this as well. This is a kitchen knife magnet holder. Just stuck it on from Amazon. I think it was something 20 quid or something. And it works really well for that. Really cool. Yeah. Oh, and I've increased the intensity of the red light because I wasn't, these red root floaters. I have an issue again with saying these things. red root floaters. They seem to be turning red on the leaves now. Now I've increased the red light on here. I know I said I reduced the intensity, which I have. I reduced the white intensity light a fair bit. And the others, but I increased the red one to see if that would actually increase the likelihood of getting red root floaters. Yes, I said it. And it does look like there is a few there. Right, we're back. Dun dun dun. Lots of messages. Sorry, I have some messages from girlfriends who needed to know a few things. Right, so yeah, I'm still going to carry on. Still not finished getting all this hair algae out. Like I said, it's a lot better than it was. It's a lot finer. It's not so thick. I can't make it into a ball or anything. Let me also just get this Amazon plant out here, so I can replant that in my other tank. It's now getting a bit big. For in here, this is going to let loads of daylight come back. Still a message. Huh. Not in a circle. I was wrong. It wasn't good enough. But I've given another answer. Hopefully that one will be good enough. Who knows? Right, what am I doing now? I reckon I should be unplugging stuff, including this here. Let's see. Give this a clean. Don't know if I cleaned this on the camera yet. Let's do that. Where's a bucket? Bucket. Okay, let's start again, shall we? Put that in there, look. So you've got a little bit of algae on it. Got these dirty, yucky thing. That's basically the it's a one of those magic sponges. And I'll just see if I can just scrape off this algae with that. And then I'll get back to you, show you. The reason to clean the pump here is to make it more efficient. Obviously, more hair algae on it, the less efficient it is. And obviously, the more hairy algae on it, the more hair algae is in the tank, because it will just be pushed around the tank. It will just come off here, fly off here, and it won't die if it flies off this. It'll be alive, it'll attach itself to another plant or whatever, and it'll start growing again from there. So it's always, if you've got pumps or whatever, it's always a good idea to give them a good old clean. So, nice and clean. Much better than it was. Right, this is just not very much on this one. It's just on the guard there. Let's see if I can take this out. So this just pulls out. I'll just put it back in again, you can see. Pops in. And pulls out. Simple as that. If there's anything on here really, I can get off. Okay, just rubbing it off, just rubbing off all this hair algae gunk off here. Basically, any dirt that's on this propeller will be pushed around the tank, and then hair algae will grow there, or other algae, or it will just make it dirty. So if you have a pump in your tank and it's dirty, your whole tank's going to get dirty because it's just going to push it around the tank. So yeah, so you might as well just give it a good clean when you can, front and back. It looks fine because it pulls the water in from the back and then straight out. So you gotta make sure it's nice and clean on the back as well. I haven't got my glasses on. That's why I'm having trouble seeing. Maybe I should put my glasses on. I think that might be a good idea. My glasses. Okay. Now I can see. Oh, that's better. Because like, what is this? What is this? I think this is eggs. I think I've got eggs. I think this must be corridor eggs. You can see them on there. Yeah, you can. So these must be eggs. They're all over actually. I don't think they're going to be. That's handy. Nice little microcloth. Give it a nice wipe over. Get all that dirt off there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all these eggs off, to be honest. It's got this little rubbery thing. Put that on. Ta-da! That's done. I'm going to put that to one side so I don't get that confused with anything else. Alright, well, the last time I cleaned this out, I cleaned it off camera. I don't know if you can see. See this? Look, I had to put this Ghibli clip on because when I took it off, this pipe, which is the in pipe from the tank, so all the dirty water coming in, it just popped off. and when I took this off, it just came off. Water went absolutely everywhere. The little do-had hickey thing disappeared. I do have it somewhere, but I only had that at hand that I could just quickly get hold of, so I just had to just put it on and tighten it up. And obviously something else happened as well that day. My thermometer that was in here, the thermostat, the heater, that's had a thermal shock and smashed everywhere. Luckily, I had an old one. I had the original one there. The only reason why I changed it was because it was over a year old. You're supposed to change them every year just to make sure. I changed it and I thought, you know what, there's nothing wrong with this one. I'll keep it just in case. I'm really happy that I did because it was on a Sunday and I could not go anywhere to go get a new heater. So this is the pre-filter on the Rawaze. It's full of water. And yeah, so this has got the upgraded spray bar as well from the Mark II. So I just press that out and that's all got a load of water in there just to get rid of it. Get rid of all that water. I'm just inspecting on the outside of the here to make sure the clips are good. Make sure the rubber seals are still okay. Let's get this in here. And then just make sure on the bottom the seal's okay there. This is all still attached, it hasn't come away. And make sure it's not damaged in any way when you take it out. Right, that's all good. And I'm not sure what you can see. Hope you can see something. If you can. Or if not. Right, so you just basically just squeeze. A quick squeeze. You can keep some people keep a spare set and they'll just swap over. If you want to do that, that's fine. Or it's just a quick clean every once a week, and it just takes a moment or a minute or two just to clean them out. So there's those two. Not perfectly clean, but clean enough. That's the dirty one. All kinds of organic waste and plant waste on there, see? You just got to clean all that off. On the nice dropping rod. I like to have the fine filter on the pre-filter here. It does mean I'm cleaning this out more often than not. But that means it doesn't go into the main filter and make my job a lot worse. So these fine filters now for over a year, and they look fine. You get a little wear to them. And if you do need to be replaced, but you don't need to do it like every 3 or 6 months or anything like that. You can just keep them until they are completely clogged up and you can't unclog them anymore, basically. There's one you know you need to change it and you need to put it back in. Make sure they're sealed. That's it. Let's have a look at this. Oh, looks like it's okay actually. Let's just take this off and have a look. I'll bring it out so you can see properly. Oh. So that looks like it's fine to me. So bring it out so you guys can see. Not too bad. Have a look. Oh, I speak too soon, Mac. Now that definitely does need replacing. So biometer is quite a funny one. You don't actually need it. Not really. I've got it so I can have a full cycle. You don't really need these. They're very expensive. Basically all you need is the sponges in there, and that worked just fine. You don't really need them. What am I going to do? I could take all that out and get a slightly more in there, really. Which is what I might just do, to be honest. I'll just take all those out. Let's get this in here. This lasts a long time. This was the 500 gram one, and I think it's supposed to be lasted 8 months so far, and I've used just over half, I guess. That's about 8 months or so. I basically just have to get it in here. So water's just like electric, it takes the route of least resistance. So if it does get blocked up like it was, it'll just go out on the sides. It won't actually go through the filter media, or it'll just go somewhere else through this basket where there's less filter media. On the Oase, people always say it's really noisy, but I only find it's noisy when the pre-filters actually need to be cleaned. When they need to be cleaned, it gets quite noisy. It squirts out quite a lot of air from the inside of the tank. It just makes loads of noise. So when that does that, I know the pre-filters need to be cleaned, because that's what it seems to do. And they need to be cleaned. It squirts out lots of water. Lots of water. That's a stupid thing to say. Lots of air, trapped air inside the tank. Inside the filter, sorry. Put that back in. Only goes in one way. It's really cool. Can you see? Only goes in one way. It's got a little nodule there, big nodule there. Goes in one way. Lock it in. Can't come out. There are lots of safety features. This has got the same thing. Big nodule, little nodule. Goes in there. Goes on there. And there. Just got that siphon off. With all that media in there, it's got about, I don't know, 3 kilos, I think, actually. 3 kilos now of media in that. That's very heavy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that pump to point down where all the detritus seems to lay. I don't know if you can see that, but my little noodle's deciding to have a bit of Zim Zim time. I've got 8 of those in there somewhere. I hardly ever see them, I only have feed time, and when they decide to have the zoomies. So quite where they are now, I'm going to be pointing the power head down, and that should bring up quite a lot of detritus. And I'm going to suck that up and take that out. So, ow, mother, what's it? That's the magnet nearly breaking my finger. Be careful. So I'm just going to put you up so you can see what I've done. So you can see I've just angled that down. I'll turn that on as a constant as well. There we go, it's on a constant now. And get all that detritus come up. I'm sure you can see. Get that out of the way. There we go. Hope you can see all that come up now. What's it called? Amazon sword. Perfect for here. Just want to put this on a stone really, so I can just move it wherever I want. That's doing alright. Put that there a little while ago to see if it would actually grow. And it seems to have grown. Let's put that here. And now it's got some nice leaves on it. Chuck it in there. That's it. That'll be fine there. Doesn't really require a lot of light. So it keeps them in check, keeps them in one area. Right. So let's clean this. That scared me, just dropped off. Oh, I might have to do something with that. Yeah, you better see through that. I'll run that through some water and I'll clear that out. Ugh. Right. That's better. You can see that's what it should look like. Something more like that. Still isn't 100% clean, but it doesn't need to. That's where the bacteria is, to be honest. I'm going to put some of these smaller ones in there since I've taken out this biomid off the other. Right, I'm going to be adding the water now. Yeah, it's a wibbly wobbly. He's on a tripod, but it's a wobbly one. So let's use this to dechlorinate the water. It's from NT Labs Optimus. That's not sponsored, just what I like to use. I think it's pretty good, and it's a British brand. I'm in the UK, so try and support the British brands as much as I can. Let's put this in here, take it around. Sometimes I use a pump to put it back in. Sometimes just recently I've just been tipping it in with like I used to before I had the pump. Works just this way. Back again, we've done the Optimus. There's dechlorinating the water, so this gets rid of all the nasties in the tap water that makes it drinkable for us. And it obviously makes it for these guys not livable until you dechlorinate it. So this gets rid of chlorines, chloramines, and some other heavy metals that I don't really know because I'm not a scientist. All I know is that it works, it gets rid of it, and basically it binds all the particles, all the heavy metals, the chlorine, the chloramine together in bigger particle bits or whatever, and then it is able to get trapped in the filter, but it's too big to go through the fish's gills. This particular one has lasted me well over 2 months. I think it's mostly got another month or so maybe before I need to buy another one. You know, I've got 4 tanks, so one like this should last you some time. Unless you've got saltwater, marine water tanks, this will be, you have to use double the amount that you would in the freshwater one, as far as I can remember when I read through it. So this won't last as long, but so you know what, hopefully you saw some fish swimming around. I don't know what you saw, but what else I just realised, don't know how I mix this water up, do you? So I'm using hot and cold water from the tap basically. So I use about 20% of this 20-litre bucket with hot water, maybe a little bit less, until it feels about right, and then the cold water, just a feeling. You'll get to know your tank, you get to know how it feels. To me, it's just below that cold threshold. So I think when I put my hand in there, if it feels like I keep my hand in there for a long period, it's too hot. If it feels like I can't keep it in there for for a very long period either. It's too cold, but it's somewhere in the middle of the not too hot, not too cold part. Oh, that's a chunky fish. Can you see? Anyway, yeah, I'll let you look at that chunky fish if you can see it. Yeah, so it's like a Goldilocks area. It's either can't be too cold, so your hand will freeze when you put it in there. It can't be so warm that you want to keep it in there either. It's got to be in between those two, and that seems to be just fine for my tank. And I assume a lot of stuff I need to be getting rid of by the looks of this. We have the propeller got stuck. Now that's sucked in some more water. I can put some more water in here. It's always good not to chuck it straight out. Just to double check to see if you need any more after you restart the filter, external one especially. So yeah, it's pretty much that done. Just going to wipe down the glass. Move my glasses up. Wipe down the glass, get all the wet stuff off first. And then clean the glass afterwards. Ooh. I'm not sure if everyone else has the same issue as me, but with the angelfish, all the angelfish I've kept in the past, they've always eaten really, really well. They're ferocious with these two. Don't know why, but they seem to hunt more. They seem to look around for microorganisms inside the tank and hunt for those. I'm always seeing them eating little creatures. Oh, ice cream. Anybody want to buy me an ice cream? Hit me up. This is what it looks like now, after the clean. Oh, the fish is swimming around, trying to look for some food that I've disturbed. And then you got this nice now, a little bit brighter. I like a little dark, so the fish have somewhere to hide if they want to. Oh, sugar. I fell over, evidently. Anyway. See the fish just having some exercises in the pump there, the wave maker. Okay.